Hello and welcome to your full moon reading for the month of April. The full moon will be at its peak on April 15th, and so most of you are probably feeling the urge to do a lot of releasing today and tomorrow so that we can bring in the new. We have to release a lot of the past and our fears in order to bring in the new blessings and to keep our life ever changing, so that we can evolve spiritually. This week I was guided to use Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Fairies. The fairies are nature's angels. They are a very powerful entity to call upon for manifesting, especially in releasing and in bringing in new blessings. They are masters at manifestation, and they love to help everyone who calls upon them. It's very powerful if you go out into nature and you call upon them and talk to them, because they live in the trees and the flowers. And a lot of times when you bring plants into your house, especially flowers near your bed, they will even help you release fears and manifest your desires while you're sleeping if you ask them to. Alright, so I've drawn 3 cards for our full moon reading this month. The first one is new location. So some of you may be getting ready to move and they're wanting you to release fears according to this. They say a change of venue is coming your way. Most likely you are moving to a new residence. However, this card could also mean that you're changing the location of your employment. The fairies are very much in touch with geographical changes. They sense that your energy is drawing you to a new location. Perhaps you've been thinking about moving to a new home, and this card signifies that it's time to consider that change. Write a list of features you desire in your new home, and ask the angels to help you find and acquire your new residence. This card could also mean that your place of employment is changing. You could be on the cusp of finding a new job, or your current employer may transfer you to a new location or promote you to a different office. Regardless of the type of new location, trust that this is a change for the better that will bring great improvements into your life. And an affirmation you can say to help you with this is, I now live and work in a safe, comfortable, spacious environment in a wonderful location. And so I really do feel like a lot of you will be moving residences. Some of you may even be finding new jobs. But I do sense for the most part that many of you are not changing a residence or an employment place, but you are changing vibrations, and you are becoming closer to your guides, and you're going to be able to hear them much better. They're going to be able to send you messages much more easily than they have previously. And so you may have been going through a hard transformation lately, where, you know, and it can be very painful when you're moving vibrations. And so if you find yourself, maybe you have ringing in your ears when your angels are trying to talk to you, or just a general uncomfortableness with your energy, you can ask your guides and angels to tune it down, that it's really bothering you, and they can do this for you, but they don't know that it's bothering you to that extent unless you talk to them daily, like a best friend. So definitely it's time to release fears about moving on in our lives. Often when we're getting ready to move to new residences, to new places of employment, and definitely to new vibrations, there are a lot of fears associated with that, because we as humans do not like change. It's one of the greater fears we have. We just really dislike it because it disrupts everything. So definitely that's the first thing we're going to be focusing on. The second thing is kick up your heels. So they want us to play more. They want our inner child to be released so that we can balance out our lives. Your soul longs to celebrate and have fun. The fairies urge you to call your friends for a get-together or an evening out. There is always something to celebrate, and this card asks you to do so now. Your soul longs for an exciting adventure, such as an out-of-town trip, throwing a party, or kicking up your heels and going dancing. Sometimes we procrastinate when it comes to personal timeouts, believing that such activities cost too much time and money. Yet the benefits of celebrating are many. Getting a fresh perspective and new ideas, rekindling old friendships, and the sheer joy of entertaining yourself. The fairies hold celebrations regularly, sometimes on a nightly basis. They know the importance of singing and dancing as a part of developing a community spirit. Although you may wish that someone else would take the initiative to suggest an even out, maybe it's time for you to take the lead and plan a special event. And an affirmation you can say about this is, I am spirited, playful, and fun to be with. I create ways to celebrate with my friends. And so with the second card, it's really just all about play. Go out with your friends, go out on dates, go out to community events, anything where there's other people, and you're going to find ways to play. There's an endless array of them. And again, for those of you that saw my weekly reading for this week, it was really all about community and relationships. And again, they're telling us, get out in the community. Open those doors and allow them to bring in the blessings that they're ready to bring. Just get rid of the fears that you have about being around people, in crowds or anywhere. And just let everybody know that you're open and that you welcome new friends, new opportunities. Alright, and our last card is inverted, and it's higher consciousness. So when a card is inverted, it means there is a block that needs to be corrected. So we definitely need to be working on this for this full moon as well. You are receiving guidance from your true self. Your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from Spirit. You have been asking for divine guidance, and your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or yoga practice, and this has helped you quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. Whichever route you've taken is working very well. Now, the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. And an affirmation you can say for this is, I easily hear and understand the inner voice of Spirit. So because this card is inverted, we have a lot of fears that are coming up, and they are overtaking the love that should be there. They want you to trust in your higher consciousness. They want you to trust in the messages that you are receiving divinely with your with your guides, with your angels. All of it is accurate. And I'm hearing doubts. That a lot of you have doubts about your abilities, that you have doubts that you even receive signs. But they're saying they send you signs every single day. And some of you are only receiving 1 or 2, and they are sending hundreds per day. So they really want you to open your eyes and your ears, and definitely your observation skills, and see what is going on around you. When you're outside, look at the trees, look at the sky. Are the clouds in any certain formation? Are there flowers or feathers on the ground in front of you? Is there a penny? Is there money? All of these are signs from the heavens. And you just really have to ask yourself, what does this mean? And they will tell you. They'll give you those feelings, that knowledge that you need to decipher the messages. And if you don't understand a message, you can ask them to send you signs that you clearly understand, or to help you understand this particular sign if it's bothering you. And definitely try to get outside more. Exercise is a very beneficial way to receive messages because we breathe deeper. We clear the stress and our minds out, and so we are able to hear the angels and guides much more clearly when we're exercising, or shortly after we've exercised. Alright, I would like to thank all of you for tuning in to the full moon reading for April of 2014, and I will see you in 2 weeks for the new moon. Love and light.